to running a half marathon with your friends but you're not a runner, you barely made it through a mile, and the race is in 3 weeks or less, this video is for you. I'm gonna take you through the race itself, how I train leading up to the race, food, game-changing tips, and my shockingly not awful race time, and break down exactly how to hack a half marathon. Then, as if this video isn't long enough already, I'm gonna attempt another half marathon after 6 months of no training to test and show you and me these hacks really do work. And if you're a real runner, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. Guys, the half is in 6 days. I'm so f***ed. 23rd, Sunday. I've been traveling for 6 weeks and I haven't ran 13 miles yet. I ran 11 miles before I left, and that too was super slow on totally flat ground. Before that too, I wasn't running that much. I started from running 0 miles, barely being able to run 1. I mostly do weight training. After I got over that initial everything hurts for 2 weeks, it became much easier. But I tried to run 6 miles on Friday, so a few days ago, and it was so hard. And so I'm so Can I run a half without stopping in 6 days? I'm just gonna record this video and see what happens. If I do, then I'll give you some tips on what I did. And if it doesn't go well, I probably won't post this. I have a meeting in 2 hours, so I wanna see if I can get a 2-hour run in. Am I really gonna be able to run 2 hours? I don't know. That was so hard. I just got back and had to change my shirt because I was drenched in sweat and snot. Sorry. I don't know like if it's just me, but my nose just runs constantly when I'm running, and I need to carry napkins with me, but at some point I'm just running out of napkins and just like using my shirt. It's horrible. I'm like always looking for an empty pocket where there's no people watching so I can blow my nose and just wipe it on my shirt. It was hard. I actually had to take a break halfway through to go to the bathroom. That's what was throwing me. But other than that, I ran for 2 hours straight and I was able to sprint the very end. It was really hard. I'll probably won't make it on Sunday. I might die because on Sunday it has incline. I'm just running on a flat ground out here. I hate being bad at things, but I'm trying to get over that. I'm committed to this. I should do it even if I'm gonna be horrible at it. It is the day before the race. I haven't ran since Monday. Tuesday I did leg day. On Wednesday I took it super chill, a bit of arms and abs just to preserve my strength. I like to do that when I'm doing a lot of cardio training. Oh my god. Thursday I took full rest. I went into the office. Friday I did 12 360. Very relaxing. Yesterday I carb loaded hella. I think I overdid the carb loading, honestly, because you're supposed to pace it over the first 6 to 3 days leading up to your race, and I got really busy with the brand stuff and then work. I just forgot. So yesterday I indulged and then I kind of went overboard. I came home and I ate like so much bread and it just didn't feel that great. You gotta do what you gotta do. So today also I'm gonna continue that. If I eat a little bit later at dinner, I won't be able to fall asleep early, so I'm gonna end early, go to bed early, wake up at 5, races tomorrow. I'm not ready. I'm going to Barbenheimer today. The girls running the race with me decided to do the double feature the day before, so we're just sedentary all day, carb loading and resting. I haven't taken like 6 hours off from doing work in a while to totally immerse in a movie, so I'm very, very excited. Let me show you the fit. Of course, we didn't go all pink because we're seeing Barbenheimer pink. This is the vibe. Carb load the night before at Oppenheimer. I had a Chipotle burrito. Not just a bowl, but a whole ass wrap. When it comes to carb loading, I did not come to play. But this was a stupid idea. We'll see during the race. It's day of the race. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. Slept okay. I probably got a solid 5 hours, which is fine. I feel good. I don't know why I'm like psyching myself out. I shouldn't be psyching myself out. It's gonna be fine. I definitely ran for 2 hours on flat ground, so 2.5 hours on incline. Should be fine. Making this oatmeal really fast, I have to go meet my friends. Hey, let's get it done. I just want to resume my normal life. When you're doing one of these things, everything is just leading up to it. It's like taking an exam. Wow. Can't believe I'm back here when I was like, I'm never gonna have to experience this again. No, I paid $200 to experience this again. If you are nostalgic for school and the exam experience, just sign up for a marathon or a half. It's the same shit. Okay, race day is here. I'm your narrator. Opening scene. They were playing Final Countdown. We were cracked out on stimulants at 6:30 a.m., marching to what felt like the edge of a cliff. It's just like fear. I don't know. You just committed your body to 2 to 3 hours of uncertain mental and physical pain. You're scared. You don't know if you're gonna make it through, what it's gonna cost you to make it through. Nani, I'm filming! But you go anyway because, well, everyone's there. Back down now. You're gonna look like a little bit. Mile 1. There's some initial adrenaline. It's flat. The views are phenomenal. You're still with your friends. It's the beginning. Mile 2. Uphill trek to get to the bridge. Tough. but doable. It's early. Mile 3. Made it to the bridge. But guess who was making their existence known? The Chipotle I had the night before. And the lines for the bathroom were long as fuck. And it was so early too. I thought I was gonna die. Like, I thought it was over for me. It wasn't even that I would have to stop, but waiting in a line of 20 runners for a porta potty that's probably foul because everyone's just hovering with speed to save their race time was just out of the question. If I stopped moving, I would crap my pants. And I couldn't just sneak off into the woods because I was on a bridge for the next 3 miles. But what I didn't know at the time, this was the greatest thing to help me knock down my race time. Mile 7. If you ran the SF half, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone is traumatized with this one. Everyone remembers mile 7. Shit you not, it was a straight vertical. I don't care if the physics are impossible. That's what it was. I was blacking in and out. People were throwing in the towel left and right, walking, heaving, spitting. It was hell battlefield, I'd imagine. I am still having my side plot of needing to go to the bathroom. Stopping on this mountain was out of the question, and there's few times in my life where I'm in a situation like that where it feels so impossible. And yet there's no other option, so I'm forced to just do anyway. And you know what? It always works out. Depending on the level of impossibility in the situation, it costs me, but it always works out. The top of the hill, ending mile 7, is porta potties with no line. I passed so many porta potties for the first few miles, not a single one with less than 15 people in line. I run in, hover with speed, I'm out, and I'm flying, dude. Like, on top of the world. Miles 7 through 10, easy breezy. I get a text in the group chat with our friends that are coming to the finish line to cheer us on. They were tracking us so they knew when to show up. They said my expected race time had just shot down by 30 minutes, and it just kept going down. And they had no idea that the reason why I was flying was because... So let's break that down. 1, I probably ran faster on the bridge, miles 3 through 6, because I had to go to the bathroom. 2, I ran up that hill that killed everyone on mile 7, and probably killed me, but I was too focused on not pooping to care. 3, when everyone emerged from mile 7 so dead that going to a porta potty was probably the last thing on their mind, giving me a no-line porta potty opening, I was able to use it in 20 seconds, get in, get out. I had immediately just erased all the pain that I was in for the last 30 minutes. I flew past everyone that was huffing and puffing, just came up off of that hill. I didn't even need that downtime. I was feeling fantastic for the next 3 miles. Wrapping this up, miles 11 through 13 were very, very hard. Slow jog crawled through because it was slightly inclined like the whole way, so it was just like enough pain for an extended period of time, but you can't stop. You're nearing the end of the race, so I want to finish strong. Finished, this was my mile time. It was very decent mile time. I'll put the stats if I can find them. But the point is, I didn't stop except for going to the bathroom, and this actually saved me probably a shit ton of my time. No runner's background, very minimal prep. Here's what my training schedule looked like for that race. Let's talk about how you can hack your half marathon with 0 training in 3 weeks or less. Disclaimer, this is not how you should run your half marathon. This is when you're out of options. You're desperate if you're taking these tips. Sometimes doing things chaotically like this is fun. Before I start, I will say this is the single video that I needed to have my scientific training down. Watch that. That's everything you need to know about the basics, and then sort of the ways to get through it in a short period of time. The hacks. The name of the game is deprivation. Throughout those couple weeks of training, you want to make situations harder than they are and deny yourself pleasures you're gonna have on race day. Make a fire music playlist of bangers ahead of time. And the few days leading up to race day, you don't listen to it or try not to listen to the music that you really want to, so that on race day when you're listening to it, it hits different. Make your playlist ahead of time. Don't be queuing up songs while you're in the race. Like, yeah, okay. You get it. I don't know. I don't need to tell you. Stimulants are your best friend. Honestly, you can ignore everything but stimulants. Drinking coffee right now. I'm out. We're out of pre-workout at home still. I know. I said I was going to buy some, but I didn't. Get cracked out on them. Deny yourself stimulants the week of training leading up to the race. Morning of, double your usual dose. Fucking fly. Which, you know, probably caused the Chipotle scandal. It worked out, so. Stimulants will make you poop, you know, use accordingly. Don't down like 6 gels. Do your stimulant research. Chipotle scandal was unintentional, but there's lessons to take away. This is actually a technique I use for a lot of things in my life. If you were having trouble doing something, make it harder and do it for a bit. Then go back to doing the original thing that's not as hard. And it works every time. Example is when I'm in the gym and I'm struggling to lift 135. Instead of dropping it down to 115, I go up to 155 and do just 1 rep. Then I go back down to 135 and the weight, it's flying. Okay, maybe it's not flying, but it feels easier and doable. That's the name of the game. That's why when I was dying during training for certain reasons, maybe I was running indoors on a treadmill, not outside, no people. It's just like less fun, less music that I enjoy the days leading up to the race. On race day, I get to indulge in all all of that, it feels a little bit easier, even if I'm not used to running on incline as much. Lastly, rest. Train smartly, because your instinct in a short period of time is to just train as much as possible. This is wrong. You're gonna get injured, you're gonna get fatigued, you're not gonna be able to recover, your body's not gonna get better from the training you're doing. It's just gonna stay or even get worse. Rest lots during training, but when you do train, you can be smarter and push yourself mentally as hard as you can, because physically, if you train really hard in 3 weeks, tire out your body. There's not enough time to improve physicality of your body as much as you think in 3 weeks. So mentally, that's where we're pushing ourselves. A lot of our hacks are mental. Now, to test this, as if this video isn't long enough already, I'm going to run another half marathon today. Can you see? Today it's January 31st. I took the tips I prepped for this video and I started training 2 weeks ago. Day 1 of Group 4's half marathon training starts today. The absolute last day I can run this is February 3rd, because then I catch my flight to India. So it's gonna do a 3-week window, which is what I recommend for all you last minute trainers. But I got sick all last week. I'm on the tail end of it now, you can probably still hear it. But I simply cannot waste another day. It is January 15th. I have exactly 2 weeks to train, and in that time I'm changing states 4 times. I'm catching 4 flights in the next 2 weeks, but I have no choice. I have to remind myself, I chose this life, like I'm having fun. We know what the streets of India are like, we've seen the videos, we know. Me in shorts, running for 2.5 hours. Like, where am I gonna run to? I can't, I have to do it on the 3rd. Day 1 is a slow 1-hour run. Just run at literally whatever pace you can for an hour. If that's just you walking, but in running form, don't walk. If you can run slower than you walk, that still counts. That's what's gonna work. Promise there's science behind this. I'm not gonna get into this video. If you're watching this video, it's because you do not want to know the science. You just want to blindly trust the brown girl telling you that she learned the science. Walk if you need to, but I would say just never walk. 1 hour, time it, just go. It's 30 degrees in Texas. In any other country, that's fine. But in Texas, no one knows how to deal. Everything is shut down. So I will be doing day 1 training, the worst possible conditions known to man. A treadmill. Number 1 worst case scenario is no windows. So, have you ever done that? Have you ever ran on a treadmill with no windows? I've done it once for the training for the other half in a basement in New York. It felt like prison cosplay. Truly feels life-questioning depressing. When you're running in place at treadmill noise and whatever AC fan in some basement, no walls, nothing, no one there for hours, long distance. Like, it's a good test of mental strength though. And if you're good at being delusional and coming up with scenarios, you should be okay. Do it as a training exercise, a mental test, see how strong you are. How often do you do things that test things like that? Are you going to war? Most of you, I'm gonna make an educational guess, are not going to war. So do things that mentally and physically push you. That's not taking a chem test, that's not going to dinner with your parents. Tip number, whatever it was. Hopefully the future shield is looking pretty, because I look really bad. Okay, I don't have pre-workout to drop in front of the camera, but stimulants are your best friend. Because training can sometimes suck ass and be very hard, take them, don't shy away. Oh, you're natural, you don't put chemical synthetic junk in your body. I mean, like, yeah, but who are you playing? 2 weeks before you have to train for your half marathon, now you're gonna pretend like you do things the right way? No. You would have started training 3 months ago if you didn't want to take stimulants. I would say coffee counts, but really like that good old pre-workout, that'll do it. I haven't taken pre-workout in months. I'll talk more about it probably in the future, like when I'm doing the tips, so I'm gonna shut up now. We're out of pre-workout, so I'm just going in full heart. Okay, let's do it, So, that was hard. I think you could use this. There was one thought that helped me. Being bored is not a good enough reason to stop. Like minute 15 where I was like, this is the worst, I wanna stop. And minute 15, instead of like already slow running, do I really wanna like walk for 45 minutes and just feel bad about not running? No. You're gonna be on that treadmill or you're gonna be on that track or wherever for an hour anyway. So might as well get your money's worth. So I just kept running. It's hard today, so it can be easier tomorrow. Cheesy, but it's true. But we're just gonna keep making it harder and harder until day of, because that's the only way we're gonna do it in 2 weeks. Woo, it feels good. That feeling where your whole body's on fire, I forgot what that felt like. The only thing is, I hope I don't lose my butt. The butt is always the first thing to go. I have the brown dad gene. So tomorrow's leg day. Day 2. For my cross training day, I picked a at-home glute workout. There's a freeze happening outside, so I can't go to the gym. So I don't have weights or a band or anything. I really like gains my brain to ab workout. So I just did her 10-minute glute workout. Not once, but 3 times. So otherwise I don't feel like I'm getting anything. These, they need a lot. Body weight 10-minute workout's not gonna cut it. I genetically have negative butt. Brute forced it into existence. I need a band, I need weights. And I wouldn't hit a heavy leg day while I'm training for half marathon in such a time crunch, because running puts a lot of load on your knees. You wanna prioritize the stress you're putting on your knees for your running rather than weightlifting, because we can do that after the race. Also, I'm low on laundry. I get sports bras, like I don't have any bras. Worked out braless today. Who's Who's gonna know? I have free will. I can do whatever I want. I've done this in the gym too. Don't let boob conformity stop you from getting your gains. Obviously, if I was jumping around, I couldn't do this. Day 3, super short incline running. Actually, like the worst thing in the world when it comes to cardio. Running on incline is super hard. You train on it. It makes regular running so much easier. But it's also very taxing on your body. So that's how it's incorporated into this split. Twice. You only have to do it twice. This is your chance to ignore all mental body cues and just go. I need you to run on incline for 10 minutes. Split up into 3 to 5 intervals, basically sprint intervals, but incline running. Personally, I feel like that'll help you more with your long distance running than sprinting itself. It really is such a mental game. Everything in your brain's gonna be like, this is the awful stop. It's literally just you ignoring it and doing it. Like there's a third voice. There's your body and your mind, and then there's just like this observer of both. And the observer is the one that's just gonna be like, get it done. Draw on anything. Your ex, draw on the apocalypse, any like disturbing thought you need to get to the end. I don't know how good for you that is, but it works. Today I ran about 9 miles. Just trust me on this, okay? I know the treadmill shows that I only ran 30 minutes. I ran 90 minutes because when it hit 60 minutes, it went to that cool down thing, so it reset my time. Listen, like I'm only cheating myself if I'm lying to you. First 30 minutes were really hard. I ran on 6 miles per hour and I didn't think I was gonna make it. But then I, took my own advice, bumped the speed down to 5, and I ran an entire hour after that. Remember, running for the time, 90 minutes. I need you to run the whole time. I can't run 5 miles per hour, move it down. I don't care, as long as you're just, I go for the 2 hours, 90 minutes in. My legs hurt, I could stop, but I'm not injured. My joints are all smooth moving. I don't feel the chafing, but if I stopped, I probably would. I don't have cramps in my side. Like, it's doable. And I think when you get to this point, being tired is not a good enough reason to stop. Because if I finish this 2 hours now, the next time I run 90 minutes, it'll be easier. And the next time I run 2 hours, it'll be easier. So if I have the opportunity now to make it easier on my future self, no injuries. Remember when you get like injured, you're like, fuck, I can't train. And when you're not injured, you better take advantage. I just talked myself into it. I'll finish it out. I flew in last night. I only had 6 hours of sleep, so I guess that's the equivalent of waking up in the morning at 5 a.m. Okay, maybe it's not, but I didn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. because I got in at 2 a.m. last night. That would have been crazy. Also, like, there is no race. This is all self-inflicted. Okay, I'm gonna run it and I'll let you know after. The track is right there. This is the track. I'm visiting my parents right now. There's a circle driveway. I asked my dad, he said 3 to 5 laps is a mile, which is a pretty big discrepancy range, but I'm just gonna run 4. Maybe I'll run 5 on the safer side. Okay, 5 laps is a mile. 5 times 30, 65 laps I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna eat my pre-workout meal, some carbs, some protein, another cup of coffee because I don't have pre-workout, get cracked out on stimulants. Let's do it. 4:42. It's a beautiful day in Texas. We have our track. 65 laps. Jesus Christ. Okay. There's a few things I'm worried about. My knee's acting a little foggy, so I put a brace on it. I didn't take my own advice while training, and I incline walked 3 days in a row. Don't do that. I'm worried about my camera dying because, I'm anticipating 2 to 3 hours of pain. Another fear is I'm gonna have to stop to go to the bathroom in the middle, but the stakes are a little lower because it's no porta potty. I'll just run inside. Don't look at my arms. I did not shave. That's another concern. Oh yeah, the biggest one, I don't have any anti-chafing gel. Make sure you Amazon Prime that shit. Get it ahead of time. The easiest way to dock some of the pain you're gonna experience. I don't have any, so that's gonna hurt a lot. Ideally, it'll hurt after, and I can just get through this. And I'm gonna get a hat. If I have an insanely long time, who's gonna know? I could totally lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's cameras. This shuts down. There is a security camera. wasn't so bad. Comparatively, I think it's because the weather was good, it was flat, I was feeling good, I had 2 meals, 2 coffees. A little bit over 2 hours. Go out there, go kill it. Hopefully this video was helpful. I'm definitely gonna be sore tomorrow. I think it's because I trained indoors on the treadmill and I did the incline run. Running outside felt so much easier. Good luck. You got it. Don't eat Chipotle before. But if you do, use it to your advantage. I'll see you next week for more fashion content. I just wanted to do it chronologically.